All right, so if you have progressed through the bodyweight squat and the goblet squat, even the single leg squat on the box, the next step would be going into the barbell squat. Now remember, you don't want to jump into this until you've perfected the other ones first. There's a lot of things to be able to look for in this, and one of the first basic things is where to be able to put your hands. One of the things you do not want to do is just step underneath the bar without even setting up your hands. Because what tends to happen is the hands are off center, the weights are off center, and things don't really get set up right from the start. So what you want to do is you want to find where your hand should be set first. Typically anywhere inside the rings is a good idea. You can adjust it as you go, but typically inside the rings is going to be good for most populations. Once your hands are set, then you can start coming underneath the bar. Sometimes it's nice to be able to have a bar with the knurling in the center so you can find that with your back. So as she comes underneath the bar, she wants to have that centered, hands a little wide on the shoulders, and elbows in tight. Then she's able to step back from the rig safely with it centered on her back. All right, so once you have your hands figured out where you want to go and you're stepping underneath the bar, you want the bar to go on the meatiest part of your back. Your traps create a shelf, but you do not want to go where a lot of people tend to go, right on top of the neck. That's a bad area to go, and you also don't want to go too low, because for a lot of people, this is going to be very painful for their shoulders and not really going to be helpful for their squat. You can end up progressing to this later on, but typically you want to be on the meatiest part of your back, right where those, right where the shelf of your shoulders are. Once you're set, you can step back. All right, so go through a lot of the list of the same things as you do with the bodyweight squat. Feet about hip width apart. Now, something to focus on, you want to make sure that your elbows are tucked in tight, not letting them roll forward. As you see, it'll help, or this will make her shoulders roll, and this is already putting her in a bad posture. So elbows tucked in, neutral spine, and she's going to do the same as she did with the bodyweight and kettlebell. Move through the hips, getting that full range of motion. Now with this one, again, breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. It's gonna help create that intra-abdominal pressure through her abs, and it'll keep all of that tight. Again, watch for full range of motion, hip crest gets below the knee, and her heels stay on the ground. Now, when you rack it, you wanna be very safe. You wanna walk it forward, make sure both ends are on before you let go of the bar, and you drop underneath. Okay, so if you are struggling with range of motion and mobility, again, we'll go back to that heel lift. It's never a bad thing to use something like this, but making sure those heels are a little more forward, so you just want your heels on the plate. Again, this will help with the posterior chain mobility issue. Go through the same fluid motion through the hips, sitting back on the heels, maintaining that neutral spine. This will help her get greater range of motion. So again, you want to watch yourself. If you're not getting your hip crest below the knee, then you're going to want to modify, maybe using the box, maybe working on mobility. Refer to some of our mobility and flexibility videos to make sure that if you're not getting full range of motion, you work on that first before increasing intensity and weight.